Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. This is an opportunity for us to be able to just shine a spotlight on some of the great work that's being done in our custody facilities. So many times these events occur and they go unnoticed, unfortunately, except by those who are most directly involved. But let me share a little bit on this one, and then you can talk to our deputies as well. On Saturday, about 6:30, dinner time at our Pitchess Detention Center-South Facility, deputies Carlos Escamilla, Sergeant George Zamora, Joel Bocanedes, and Ramon Gomez were lifesavers. And let me just introduce the people who are standing behind me. I've got Assistant Sheriff Kelly Harrington, Custody Chief Jody Sharp, Captain Paula Tokar, Deputy Carlos Escamilla, Deputy Ramon Gomez, and then not with us today are Deputy Jonathan Lee, Deputy Joel Bocanedes, and Sergeant George Zamora. At this time in the evening, there were about 120 inmates in the dining room at the time when the deputies noticed a 36-year-old inmate was in extreme distress and appeared to be choking. Deputy Escamilla immediately began performing the Heimlich Maneuver, and after 6 or 7 forcible thrusts, the inmate coughed up a piece of food and finally began breathing on his own. The other 3 deputies assisted by putting out radio traffic and controlling the movements of the large number of inmates during this life-saving procedure. And as you see the video, you'll see that there are about 4, maybe 5 deputies in the picture and well over 100 inmates in this dining facility. As you can imagine, the inmate later thanked Deputy Escamilla for his quick life-saving actions. A little about Deputy Escamilla. He's been a deputy for only 2 years, but no stranger to the LASD. He was a Sherrifs Explorer in Santa Clarita Station back in 1999. And if you think this is an ad for deputy recruitment, you're right. All of our deputies get CPR first aid training in the academy and a refresher course every 2 years. And it's the only profession I know where every single day you can truly make a difference in the lives of other people. I think that message gets lost because what these deputies did with their quick thinking in a crowded room to be able to keep each other safe while saving the life of a fellow human being is what happens on a daily basis in what we have here in Los Angeles, the largest jail system in the nation. The deputies deserve the credit, as does custody leadership, which is overseeing the profound change underway in our jails. At this time, I'd like to be able to introduce Deputy Escamilla, who's going to walk you through the video of the incident. Deputy.
Good afternoon. And right here, I'm off to the right-hand side, providing security for the night's dining room. And at this point, one of the inmates yelled out that there was a man down, which is usually called for distress. So I walked over there, and I'm the one in the middle. And to my left is Deputy Bocanedes, where he was putting out radio traffic, and to my right was Deputy Gomez. And then at that point, I started doing a Heimlich Maneuver on him because he had the distress and he was turning red. So I did about 6 or 7 thrusts, and until his food cleared. And at that point, his food cleared. I asked him if he was okay. He said yes, he was. I said, could you breathe? He said yes. And at that point, all the inmates stood up and gave me a standing ovation and started clapping. And then as soon as that happened, I escorted him to the clinic to get further medical evaluation.
How did it feel to be in a position where you could have potentially saved this person's life?
It felt great just to help somebody out at that.
What went through your mind at that moment? What was like the pre-thinking process? Like, what do I need to do?
No, all my training and that I have gotten from the LASD kicked in. I just ran over there thinking that I needed to help him out because he was in distress.
What did the inmate say to you afterward?
He did come to me afterwards and he shook my hand and he told me, "Thank you, Deputy, you saved my life."
How'd that make you feel?
Just like I was doing my job. I don't feel like a hero or just doing my job.
Thank you all very much for joining us today. And again, you can see the job is you got to be constantly ready to adapt to what ever comes your way. They went from overseeing the security of a housing area, or a dining area in this case, to being pressed into action to be able to save a life very quickly, and then basically right back to what they were doing before. So we're very proud of our deputies here, and I appreciate you coming out today. Thank you.